Hello everyone, this is Anshi Shri and I am here talking about Section 5 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Section 5 of Hindu Marriage Act talks about conditions for a Hindu marriage. A marriage can be solemnized between any two Hindus if the following conditions are fulfilled. First, neither of the parties neither party has a living spouse at the time of marriage. It it promotes monogamy, but at the same time it prohibits bigamy and polygamy. Section 11 makes a bigamous marriage void, whereas Section 17 makes it a penal offence under Section 495 and 494 and 495 for both male and females. The second marriage cannot be proved just by mere admission of the parties. There has to be essential ceremonies. Right must to be proved to have taken place for the second marriage to take place. Second is unsound mind, mental disorder, and insanity. Second, at the time of marriage, neither party is incapable of giving a valid consent to it, consequence of unsoundness of mind, or though capable of giving a valid consent, has been suffering from mental disorder of such a kind to such an extent as to be unfit for marriage or procreation of children, or has been subject to recurrent attacks of insanity. This subclause discusses the condition related to health, mental health, or capacity of a person. If a person is suffering from unsoundness or unsoundness of mind at the time of marriage, then such marriage is voidable under section 12B. Third condition is legal age. The bridegroom must be out of the age of 21 years and the bride has to be the age of 18 years. The legal age has been set up by the government so as the process of child marriage stops. Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929 restrains solemnization of such kind of marriage in which the bride or the bridegroom is underage. Such marriage are not considered void or voidable, but the parents or the priest can be imprisoned or fined for commencing such a marriage. Fourth is prohibited relationship. The parties are not within the degrees of prohibited relationship unless the customs or usage governing each of them permits of a marriage between the two. The degree of prohibition relation is defined under section 3G of the act. If the conditions for the prohibited relationships are first, if one is a lineal ascendant of the other, if one was the wife or husband of the lineal ascendant or descendant of the other, if one was the wife of the brother or the father's mother's brother, or of the grandfather's or the grandmother's brother, or brothers of the other, or if the two are brother and sister, uncle and niece, aunt and nephew, or children of brother and sister, or of two brothers or two sisters, they are prohibited from getting married. These are the prohibited relationship that has been described under section 3G of the Hindu Marriage Act. And it states about the prohibition of the talks about the prohibited relationship that has been prohibited from getting married to each other. Fifth point and the last point is sapinda relationship. The parties are not sapinda of each other unless the custom or usage governing each of them permits of a marriage between the two. The sapinda relationships or the sapinda is defined under section 3F of the act. It means that any marriage solemnized within the third generation of the third generation lineal descendant of mother, or fifth generation lineal descendant of father. Section 11 declares such a marriage null and void. there are people who fall under the Sapinda relationship, who are who fall under prohibited relationship and Sapinda relationship. As per the explanation of section 3, section 3 of the act, the following people, the following kind of relationships are prohibited under Sapinda relationship. The following kind of relationship falls under prohibited relationship and Sapinda relationships. First is relationship by blood, by full blood, half blood, or uterine blood. Second, blood as well as adoption relationship. Third, legitimate as well as illegitimate relationship. So this was all about section 5 of Hindu Marriage Act. These were the conditions that are necessary to be fulfilled for getting married according to the Hindu Marriage Act. That is all. Thank you so much.